Hello, it's Caroline at For the Love of Crochet. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have lots to share with you. Quite a few FOs, a few amigurumi, a few crochet projects, and one WIP that I'd like to share, as well as some goodies as a very special happy mail I got. So let's get started. The first one is my absolute biggest make thus far. I guess this past couple of months I've been working on this, and it is the Hexa Daisy Cowl by Mima Makes Designs. She has all the platforms, all the socials, TikToks, Facebooks, you name it, she's got it. What a lovely design this was. Let me just pull it out. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Isn't this beautiful? It came together so beautifully. It's Afghan size, so if you want to make it bigger, I use Stylecraft Special DK. If you remember, I bought the summer edition, special edition from Ophelia Talks. This is what's left of it. Quite a bit of yarn, so I need to come up with a project to get rid of this as well. Otherwise, I'm going to have tons of yarn. But this is the Hexa Daisy Cowl. So beautiful. This is my favorite color right here. I believe it's called Apricot in Stylecraft Special DK. It came together. I love it. It's so beautiful. It's so nice, and I didn't want it to end. I really enjoyed the process of making this, and yeah, I do love it. I went kind of rogue on the border here. I didn't follow the directions. I just kind of went with it. But the pattern is very simple to make these Hexa daisies, and then you just she gives such a detailed pattern that there's no like, oh my gosh, where do I put this? How do I organize this? How do you keep track of all the colors? I believe there's 13 maybe, and my pack came with 15, I believe. So I used all the colors in my, and they kind of matched up quite well. Where I messed up is, or I should say, I had more green and blue colors in this than hers. Other than that, I'm very pleased with it, and it's probably gonna live in here on my big chair over here to the left. And while I really did enjoy making those Hexa daisies, the process of making them, it's also very exciting to see it come to a completed project, something that you've been working on for a couple of months, and then it's complete. It's very fulfilling. A very nice feeling. So thank you at Mima Makes Designs. I totally love it. By the way, she's looking for pattern testers. So if you join her like newsletter, she hasn't even officially started a newsletter yet, but she sent out an invitation for testers. So if you'd like to be a part of that, be sure to join her newsletter. I don't know, check out her Instagram, because she does have some very cute patterns coming up. Okay, the next thing I wanted to talk about is stemming off from last week's episode or last video. I fell in love with this blanket, and I believe it was like a mandala tweed stripes. I'm not sure if this color was cat's eye, but it does look similar to that. And I got a lot of lovely suggestions. I asked for your help, and I had decided to go with a pillow cover. And with the pillow cover, I was going to fold down all the corners like so that I would have a different design on the back. And then to close it, I was going to fasten a button. That way it could be removable. But when I went to Michael's and kind of looked at pillow forms, they were quite expensive, and my son gave me his pillows, and I thought I would just cut it in half and try to use that pillow form. One of them was unusable, and the other one was really probably like brand new. And so I was going to use that pillow form, but I'm not liking it. I think I want to back it with a fabric first and then cover it with the granny square. But in the meantime, I started working up the second one so I could have a matching, that's the back side, a matching pillow, or kind of. So we'll see how that goes. If I'm able to do the pillow, I really wanted to do that, but if it doesn't work out, I'll turn it into something else, maybe a lovey, because it is quite small. So that was stemming off from last week's episode. And then also from last week's episode, if you follow me on Instagram, I had sewn up, this was from my Friday sews, my Sew It's Friday. I have been using my new bag. I am a crossbody purse person because I don't want to carry a bag. So I just slip it over and it stays with me. And I hardly carry anything. It's my phone, my wallet, my keys, a pen, and maybe a lipstick. That's it. It's really, really empty. I did find my bee charms. I had put them in the pocket. Those are the bee charms that I'm going to put on my little zippers. But what I failed to mention is I had no idea that this pattern is by Sally Tomato, who is a YouTuber. I had no idea. I bought this pattern at my sewing shop, and it is the Ferris. It's called Ferris, Ferris by Sally Tomato. She has a YouTube channel and a tutorial for this to go along with this pattern. This pattern was $9.99 in my shop, but I think you can get the PDF version by going to her store or website. So you could sew one yourself. And now that I can see that, I want to make another one because she's going to hold my hand. So thank you. I'm so glad that sewing people like this who put out a tutorial to go with it, so that way if you're questioning something, you can look at the tutorial and say, oh, okay, I got it right, or oh, that's what I'm supposed to do. So I really appreciate that, especially as a new sewer. So I wanted to mention that to you in case you wanted to whip one yourself. Okay, and another thing stemming off from last week is the Granny Fanny Packs. I have everything set, but what's holding me up is I need to crochet some D-rings because I don't want this to be the only thing holding my clip. So I'm looking for some D-rings, but of course they have to be this pretty color. So I'm going to order those online maybe. I tried looking at a couple of my hobby shops, Michael's and Joann's, and they didn't have the color I wanted or the size. So that's been stemmed off. So I'll be working on that next week because I'm going to order them instead. Okay, so for Amigurumi, I have 2 projects that I have finished and a WIP. Dun, 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 dun. This is this cute little bear that I found off DIY Fluffies, who is also the author of the Amigurumi Made Easy, but there's something wrong. So this yarn is from Squirrely Sue and Mousy Makes over there. I had this one little ball left, and that's what I was just looking for. I was looking for a project that I could finish it. I wasn't able to finish it. So his 2 back legs are dark brown. I did not want to buy another brown yarn just to finish 2 little legs. So he has 2 dark back legs. And his tail is a little dark as well. Probably not the best, but I was trying to finish my yarn and this was what I came up with. He is cute from the front. This was a tutorial. So that's that. The next one, also from DIY Fluffies, from the Amigurumi Made Easy book. So same designer. He's so cute. Okay, so this is another Yarn ID yarn, and I don't know what the color is, but it's kind of blush, and I ran out of yarn. So actually I had to go buy another one of this as well. So you can kind of tell that this one's a little lighter, and then down here is a little darker, and the ears are dark because I made them with the second ball. But it looks fine. You actually can't even tell. It just looks like she has a highlighted face. And then this is I'm still using up that, my strawberry shortcake bunny right back there with the bright pink face. I was finishing up the last of that. I still have more, and so I gave her this beautiful colored shirt. And there's her cute little bunny tail. Loved making this little pattern. Now her pattern doesn't come with a little face shaping, but I did insert some yarn through here and here and then pulled down just a smidge just to give it a little indent and give her some cheeks. I did not blush her cheeks because she is kind of pink already. I usually blush the ears and the cheeks, but I didn't with this one. And then this is the same yarn, but of course I was running into the bits that give color changes. So here she is. I just love this. I love that book, Amigurumi Made Easy. And Pamela from Ginger Cat Crochet, she has made quite a few of these patterns, and I love the colors she has used to make her patterns. They just have come out so good, and that's why I decided to do the bunny, because I'm your bunny queen here. I had to make the bunny, so I didn't give him her own episode because I figured not very many people are watching those, so I figured just to put her in my regular podcast. So there she is. That is the finished. She's so cute. Actually, I have 2 WIPs of amigurumi. One is coming from this book, and it is this girl right here, Froggy Girl. She's going to be so adorable. And then she has even like some buttons, so I can play around with some buttons there. I do have frog eyes that I've purchased from Hobby Lobby, so I may try them in here instead of stitching them. I'm not sure about the color of boots. The red really stands out, like really pretty, but I'm not sure if I'll stick with it. Do you have another color suggestion? Because I don't think I have red. That's why. I have sparkly red, but not like Christmas red with sparkles. I don't want to use that. So yeah, this is what I'm working on. So I haven't finished stuffing her head, but that's her head, and this was her body, not her foot. And then of course I made one little limb. So that is how far I've gotten. I finished the head and started and finished a limb. And I'm using the sparkly green, but it's the Karen Simply Party yarn. But if I use the red one, it would be way too big. This is much thinner. And I'm using Karen Simply Soft. I do have a red that's not like a red. It's a deeper red. I may have to use that. I don't remember what my other WIP was that I was going to share, but I did try to work on another WIP, which was my Kit Bull dog. I could not do it. I tried 3 times and I could not do it, and it was the foot. And obviously I did it the first time and understood it, but the second time after putting it away for a month or 2, I could not do it. And so I don't want it to go unfinished, but I have to try again later because I did not understand it this time. But I made a beautiful little purchase, and this is from Classy Handmade by Shondell from Classy Handmade. She has a YouTube channel. She is a designer as well. She has a few patterns. And I bought something off of her, so I'd like to share it with you real quick. Pretty photo picture. Oh, it looks like she's wishes me well, and she's been watching my channel, and so she sent me a few goodies. with my purchase. She wrapped it up so beautifully. Oh my gosh. Shondell, that is so nice of you. Oh my gosh, you did not have to do that. Look at, she sent me a skein of yarn. This was not my purchase. Ah. Oh my goodness. I bought one of these from Hobby. Oh my goodness, by Classy. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Shondell. So you put a sandbag in here and then just give it a little sew, or you could just throw a bean bag in here. And this is a weight, and then you put it on your table, and then this is your pocket for either putting yarn threads, garbage. I can't imagine putting garbage in here because it's fabric, so it'll probably be yarn scraps. Or sewing threads. Oh, from when I'm sewing, and then you just want to throw your threads away right off the table. Thank you. Oh, what beautiful fabric. Oh, that is so nice. Thank you. This also was not my purchase. Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh, some yarn keepers. I always forget the name when I'm on camera. You know what they are. Oh, how beautiful. One of them is like aging us, basically. How we play records and how we watch TV. Those bars that came on the television when it was like, yeah, there's no more television after what, 11 o'clock? You get those colored screen bars. Okay, this is my purchase. She was showing that she was hand painting these. Oh my goodness. And I was like, I have to have it. Oh my goodness. Oh, and I just love that I have another handmade gift from one of my crochet friends. That is so lovely. Oh, I love it. So I have shared before that I've read a couple of books on the octopus, and I've seen the documentary on Netflix. My Teacher, the Octopus, I believe it's called. If you have not watched it, it is a great one. Super nice to watch, especially while you're crocheting. It's such a fascinating creature. I had no idea. And so when she showed that she was making this octopus, I was like, yes, I'm buying that. I'm buying that. And it did not disappoint. And Shondell, your kindness, thank you so much for sharing so much of your love. I shall cherish it, and this will be my thread catcher for when I'm sewing. And this yarn, oh, look at that. Isn't it fit for the season? Purple and orange. It's a sock superwash wool with nylon, 393 yards. I don't know. Oh, it's so cool. Thank you so much, Shondell. That is a lovely gift. And speaking of crochet friends, Cassandra, my crochet bestie, we have been hooking up with books for some time now, almost a year, and we are finishing up this book right here. The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. And I can let you know, I've made 3 projects to go with this. I can't wait to share it with you. It'll be on the 15th. But if you have a project to share with for hooking up with books, please send it to me by the 13th, because I like to record a couple of days in advance. I have very much enjoyed hooking up with books with you by reading these great books and then crocheting something from the inspiration of that book. It is so much fun to do something like that together. The other crochet along that we have going on, again with my bestie and a few other crochet friends, There's 5 of us. I will link that intro video down below. You still have time. It is only, what, the 9th or 10th? I don't know, somewhere around there. We are doing this all through the month of September, and then we're going to showcase on October 1st for your Fall in Love crochet along collab that we're doing. And if you are a YouTuber, actually quite a few YouTubers have jumped in. I will list them down below. I'll link y'all. And so that way, or follow the hashtag Fall in Love. But I'll give you a little sneak peek. One of my projects is going to have this. I wonder what it could be. Any ideas? There's 2 of them. This would make a very beautiful little blanket there. Okay. Oh, in 2 colors? Okay, anyway. I love this yarn. This has some wool in it. It's a very thick yarn, so I'll let you take your guesses. One is this. So my Fall in Love has to do with yarn I just don't like. And it's Bernat Blanket. It's not because it's not beautiful or nice or, doesn't make good projects. It's really hard for me to work with this with my crochet, with my hands. It's like it sticks to the hook, and then it's so thick, so it's hard for me to hold. So my Fall in Love is I have quite a few balls of this. Not of this, but I actually had to go buy this. I have a big container filled with thick yarn like this. Now my favorite thick yarn is Parfait Chunky and Velvet yarn because it slips on the hook and slips through my hands nicely. Bernat Blanket is very sticky. You guys, I am having the worst time crocheting right now. I'm in that season of life where I'm transitioning. You know what it is. My hands all of a sudden get clammy and the yarn will not travel. You hold you're holding it. It will not travel through. And so I'll have to stop and dry my hands and wiggle them and cool down. I have had to do that several times. It is not fun. It is seriously slowing down my crochet. So a remedy for that is to put a little bit of powder on your hands, just in case. If you want to be a fast crocheter, you need to have dry hands. I know some people put moisturizer and cream for their hands because they're so dry, but that's actually good for crocheting fast because the yarn slips through your hands nice and easy. Just in case. Anyway, so my next project is going to come from this yarn. I have 3 that I want to do for Fall in Love crochet collab. So one is finished and I'm really excited. And then this one, I'm adding some details that I'm doing something that nobody has done before, folks. I have not seen it anywhere. So that's what I've got up my sleeve right now, or up my hook, or on my hook. And then another thing that I'm working on, I have signed up to be a tester for a crochet designer who is making a book, and it's all clothing, all garments. And so every other month I'm testing for her. And I'm not allowed to share it, but I want to share this so bad. So I'm covering up all this stuff. This is the yarn that I'm using, and that is why it is this thin. It's called Nordica by Premier. It's no longer available. I looked for it on Premier. Well, it's a thin self-striping, self-patterning yarn. I think it's what it's called. And it just lends itself to give these unique designs throughout your project. Well, I covered up most of it. This was a test that didn't work, and I had to redo it. the feel of this yarn on my body, the thinness of it, the design of it, it's just coming out so awesome. I can't wait to share all these projects I've been making behind the scenes. And it's going to be a book for a beginner, because the way that she designs is so simple, so easy, and so nice. It's going to be a great book. So please consider joining the Fall in Love collab crochet along, because it is so nice to see your projects and to crochet along with somebody else and their inspiration, and trying something new to fall in love with, or maybe just something that's been in the back of your crochet files to-do list. Bring it up to the front for a fall in love project. It could just be that you are doing something that you've never done before. Both of these projects, well, I must, well, try not to give away too much, because I really do want to surprise you. But it's been a lot of fun chatting with you. It's been great fun crocheting with you, and so much joy to share with you all the crochet goodies, and I'm so excited. So please do join again. Hit that like and subscribe. I shall see you again soon.